All right, what's up, YouTube? AJ Simmons here. I want to share with y'all my success story, I guess. I wanted to say AJ Simmons exposed, but I decided to change it at the last minute. I usually title stuff with negative titles and on purpose because I know from a marketing standpoint that negativity tends to spread faster. But I've done that a lot of times before. I said, you know what, I'm gonna come at a different angle. I want to share my success story. And I really didn't want to do this video talking about my success and all that, like I made it or something, because I'm far from where I'm trying to get to. Okay, I'm very, very far. But I decided to do this video for my man Taurus Robinson because he hit me up in my Instagram. I got my phone right here because I'm gonna be referencing this message, and he basically wanted me to kind of speak to him a little bit because me and him talked. We spoke way back, and it was probably about 2014. In the message, he said 2012, 2013, but it was probably around 2014 about him getting started with his janitorial business and taking off. And see, back then when he actually called me directly, because I used to just put my number out there back then when I first started YouTube. I didn't mind talking to people, right? And so, and I still don't mind talking to people, but you know, now I have my program. It's a little process you got to go through now to kind of get to me a little bit. But even still, most of the time, you just reach out to me in the message form, I'll reply. It's just I don't have the time to dedicate to one-on-one calls anymore. But unless you pay for a consultation. But I spoke to him, right? And I remember the phone call like it was yesterday. He said I probably wouldn't remember him, but I actually do remember him. I remember the building that I was in, cleaning and everything. Because back then, y'all should like let's talk about something before I get into this message. Because I said the success story, right? I remember the exact building I was in cleaning when I was on the phone with this dude and I actually got his number saved in my phone now. I will show y'all on the screen, but I literally got his number still saved in my phone. Whenever I had like people on YouTube that I would speak to, I would put their name and then I put YT beside it for YouTube, right? I still got his number saved if he still got the same number. So because I felt in his voice that I felt like he was going to do something. Okay, I felt like he was going to be one of the ones, right? And I figured out how I'm on my YouTube and we'd talk about his journey, we'd grow and etc. Right? But he hit me in the inbox and basically was telling me that since that phone call, he has yet to take the jump with his business. And the reason is because he's waiting on his partner, but he's like, he kind of knows that he really just need to leave the partner behind and just go make it happen, right? So he kind of just getting exhausted at this point because he hasn't really taken any action. And he starts to find himself bitter at this point. And first of all, I want to acknowledge that that is a sign of intelligence. The fact that you can recognize, you know what I mean, that little bit of bitterness kicking in, and we all get it. That's why you see I don't follow people on Instagram, and then I'm just now starting to follow people a little bit on social media. So I don't follow anybody on Facebook at all. Right? I'll add people as friends and then click the unfollow. Like when you join the Clean Biz Network, the group, I add you as a friend so that way I can add you easily inside the group. But I unfollow every single person. I don't want to see anything up there. Right. And then on Instagram, I don't really follow nobody either. I just now started following some others. I probably follow like 50 people. Right. But I don't follow people because I don't want, like, everybody can get bitter. Everybody can get jealous. Everybody could get sidetracked and distracted from all of the different information and all of that. Right. But anyway, so I just want to point out that on your behalf, number one, we didn't talk to each other that long ago. You're about a year off, so give yourself a little bit of credit there. It hasn't been as long as you thought. And then also, I want to point out that you were able to recognize your flaws in that. Now I want to say this. From that time to now, if you look at what I've accomplished, not saying that I'm the best and I made it and I'm rich and all that, but if you look at what I've accomplished, it is something to recognize, because you got to think like, who am I really? Let's just talk for a minute. Fuck all the fuck everything. Who am I? I'm just a street dude. You know what I mean? Like, I'm from Portsmouth. If you know what Portsmouth is, if you ever been there before, you know what that is. Okay, I'm from Portsmouth. I'm from the streets. I done everything that come with that, right? I don't talk about it. I don't care about that, but I done that, right? I done been out there. If I go in the hood right now, you know what I mean, they're gonna dap me up and I fit right in. I'm one of them, right? That's who I am. But I'm also a guy that actually decided to take action, man. And that's what you got to be. Like, whoever it is around you in your circle, your business partner, whoever it is, you got to take action. Somebody got to get the fuck up. Like I told y'all before in one of my previous videos, if you sitting around with your crew, right? But we all from the street. You sitting around with your crew every day. Y'all sit there and y'all smoking and shit. You know what I mean? You drinking and then y'all talking. Y'all trying to scheme ways to come up. Everybody preaching the pro-black. We all need to come together, right? All of that. But after a while, you start to realize, okay, we've been doing this shit for too long. And that somebody need to be you because you're the one watching this video, right? But somebody got to stand up and be like, you know what? I'm gone. I got to get the fuck up and go make it happen. That's what I did. Know what I mean? All us chill and me and my dudes cool to this day. Everybody cool with me, you know what I mean? But at the end of the day, I decided to get the fuck up, get the fuck off that block, and go do something else. You know what I mean? I decided to go and walk inside that franchise office and sit down and have those meetings with all those different companies in them big boardrooms and put my little dress up clothes on and meet with these old white men in the suit and ties that's intimidating to us. You know what I mean? And step outside my comfort zone. I decided to get that Jam Pro booklet out and that Janet King booklet out and that coverall booklet out and go through their list of current and previously owned franchise owners and call them one by one. What do you think about this franchise? What do you think about this franchise? What do you think about this franchise? I finally found somebody, Ms. Verdonna Grace, who was able to actually mentor me and coach me through that whole process with coverall the first time. Then I had to go through that trial and error. But anyway, I'm saying all that to say this. You got to look at what I'm doing. You got to look at what I'm doing for a minute. What's the difference between me and anybody else that's from where we from? Like, what's the difference between what I'm doing than what y'all doing? It's really just the fact that I'm fucking doing it. You got to do that shit. It's easy to talk about it. It's easy to think about it. You can watch all the fucking YouTube videos you want to watch all day long. But at the end of the day, you got to go do it. I want y'all to do something. Let me show you something real quick. Before I got on YouTube, I knew what I wanted to get on YouTube. Okay. I'm gonna share this screen with y'all. I knew I wanted the YouTube. This is my first channel, the Everybody Eats channel, right? Everybody Eats. This is my other channel. This is the first channel I had before YouTube kicked it off because I kept putting up videos like this that weren't mine, and I kept getting copyright strikes, so they took the account away from me. I what do you call it? Disputed, whatever. I disputed it and finally got the channel back 2 years later after they took it from me. And so I just never really came back to the channel. I keep saying I'm gonna come back to this channel and rebuild it back up, right? But I want to show you this. Before I built up the courage to speak, I put up my daughter first, showing her. Then I put up this Think and Grow Rich video. And once I saw this video start getting views, then I said, oh shit, I'm actually getting some views. So I decided to put up another thing, Napoleon Hill. And I said, okay, well, maybe this would be my thing. I thought I was gonna be like You Are Creators. If you don't know about that channel, look them up. Positive thinking, good vibes over there, okay? So I started doing videos like that. And I said, well, let me share this Robert Kiyosaki video because this is good too. So I just started sharing all things that I was listening to. And that's the other thing you need to look at. What am I doing different that you're doing differently? Are you listening to these types of things? Because this is what I listen to. I wasn't posting this because I thought it was fun or just because I was trying to make a little quick money off of YouTube right quick, which I was trying to make some money off of YouTube. But that wasn't my only motivation. I was trying to put people on to what the fuck I was doing. I'm like, okay, you know what I mean? Okay. That's what these people doing. I was looking for the knowledge. Then I said, you know what? I want to teach. I want to be a speaker. I want to be an influencer. I wanted to be, I wanted to teach. Like that was always what I always wanted to do. So I always knew. You got to look at this. I knew I did YouTube. I started this channel before I actually bought not my first one, but before I bought my Jam Pro franchise. Okay. And this is the video that spawned me to do it. I posted this video about the truth about Janet King franchise, and I called it Janet King franchise because I think Janet King was the biggest brand of all the franchise, but I was talking about franchise in general, okay? This was the first video I posted of my actual self up here, and it took me a long time before, like this was 6 years ago. So I mean, I posted this video a whole year before I finally posted this video of me. So I had to get a little bit of momentum going, and I had to build the courage to actually take action and put myself up there, okay? And I went to this, and I saw this one got the most views. Then I went to this, Take Risks to Be Successful, which is a general business lesson. Then I went to that. Then I went to that. Then I went to that, and so on. But then I realized at some point, where is it? Bam, right here. So I did all of this, talk about law of attraction, talked about how to network, all of this, right? But then I realized, okay, this video about this cleaning stuff got the most views. Let me do a part 2. And that's what I did. And that's when I realized, oh, damn, this is my niche. And I said, you know what? I think I should go ahead and buy another cleaning business. Go ahead and buy another cleaning franchise because I know that it'll get me out this job that I'm at because I've done it before. I had a franchise before the Jan Pro one, and I had my franchise, and then I had my barbershop on the side. So I've been doing business, right? So, what I really always wanted to do the most was be a teacher. I wanted to teach business because I knew that it wasn't as hard as everybody thought it would. And coming from the streets, we feel so deprived and uneducated and all of this mess. And it's like, in reality, it's not as hard as we make it out to be. Okay. So anyway, fast forwarding, let me go back to pull y'all back up. So fast forward, you got to think that was 2014 when I first started doing all this, right? Now you flash back forward and you go to, okay, bam, 2014. Look at them old videos. Let's go back to it for a minute. You look at them old videos. You look at my background in those videos. First videos, I was in a car or outside because I was in the project. Okay. Then, and I couldn't, like, that damn apartment was so small, I couldn't get like a clear place to record. Okay. So then I had bought a house right after that, single family, and you'll see my background in that video. Then I said, okay, bam, I want to get into real estate. Let's downsize. We knew that we was going to use that property as a rental property from the first time we bought it. But it was an FHA loan. The FHA rules require that you live in the house for 1 year, right? So bam, we moved out that house, downsized, rented that house out for a profit, moved back into the projects to save money on rent and make income coming from the income property. Bam. So then you see my background in those videos, back to the projects, mostly in the car. Okay. Then you go up a little bit more. We go from that, and then you see my background again, and it's like, oh, okay. Sunny now here in Florida. You know what I mean? Doing about it. Okay. Then you come to now, and now I got this background, or either I got my office that I just got. You see what I'm saying? And you look at the progression over time. And one thing that I always said I was not going to do when I did YouTube is I didn't want to be like some other YouTubers that I followed that I noticed that they always seem to stay stagnant. It was this dude, man, I want to say his name, but I don't want to call him out or anything. But this dude, he really, really helped me so much with my journey, because he was the only one I could find. Because back then, all I could find as far as motivational stuff, this was before Gary Vee, before Ty Lopez, before Grant Cardone, all them guys, before all of them, I even knew anything about them. All I could find was Brian Tracy, Zig Ziglar, Napoleon Hill, what's his name, Robert Kiyosaki, and that was about it. You know what I mean? All of these other people, they came on later. And so it was like, then I found this one black guy, and he would just talk to you straight up, and he would talk about just hustling. He wouldn't even really talk, but just straight hustling and how to get it. But one thing I noticed about him is it didn't seem like he was progressing. You know what I mean? He had his one little hot dog cart business, not say little like I'm demeaning it, but he had his hot dog cart business. And then he had some other ventures that he always had going on. That's how he would word it. He always got other ventures going on. You know what I mean? And I followed those footsteps, and I was always have other ventures going on. But at the end of the day, I noticed that he always had the same quality of videos. Not that my quality that great. And I also noticed that the businesses he was doing, that it didn't seem like he was doing anything. Like nothing seemed to change. His background wasn't really changing in the video. Like you got to pay attention to that type of stuff when you're watching people, right? And so, and it don't happen overnight. This is years of work that I'm putting in, right? But you got to look at that and then ask yourself, okay, so what the fuck? Like you see it, because you asked me, what did I go? Let me look at it and see what he said. He said he want to know, basically, I think it was the mental things that I went through, the mental obstacles that I went through. Let me see. Okay. He had just messaged me again. That's what I was reading. Okay, but anyway, he said, let's see, sharing some of my obstacles that I face. Right. And so if you look at that, you got to understand there's a lot to that. Like I share my business stories that I go through, and I do it along the way, but I also understand that I'm a mentor too. So I have to be strategic on how I put stuff out and when I put stuff out. You know what I mean? But you got to understand the obstacles have always been there, and I have always exposed them and shared them with y'all. You know what I mean? Like you got to think of, I literally put out there that my cars got repoed. You know what I mean? You know how hard of a struggle that had to been to keep fighting through and keep putting positive motivational videos out here to keep teaching people how to do this shit. And you know what I mean, knowing that was out there, you know what I mean? And it's like the worst part about that was I'll be honest with you. At that time, my business was doing about 12 grand a month. I could have easily fired my workers and made the money and had more than enough money to keep them damn cars if I wanted them damn cars or anything else that was going on at that time financially. But I made the conscious decision that, you know what, I would rather scale up and put my business first than to put my personal needs first. And to me, that's what a boss do. And that's the type of sacrifices that you got to be willing to take. Listen to what I said earlier. I moved out of single family home. That house was perfect. We could live there now for the rest of my damn life and I would be okay. That shit was nice. 4-bedroom house, nice, very sizable, in a decent side of town. You know, it won't the richest side of town, but it was a decent area, old folks in the area, you know what I mean? So it was good. We was perfect. That was good. If I was content, if I had the same dreams and visions that I had when I was a teenager, that would have been it. I beat the game once I did that. You see what I'm saying? But what happens is that you grow and as you start stepping outside that comfort zone, what's going to happen is you're going to start to elevate and then you're going to realize, okay, I can't be content with this. I need to serve the world more by doing this. I need to provide for my kids more by doing that. You know how easy it is to get enough money? You know how easy it is to get enough money to be comfortable? Seriously. It's not hard at all. It's not hard to get enough money to be comfortable. But what I'm trying to teach y'all is to build wealth. Fuck comfort. Get freedom. Get freedom. That's why I'm sitting here at 11:52 in the morning time, just able to holler at y'all at my damn screen at y'all. You know what I mean? Freely, because I created freedom. Okay? And it's not that I'm just fucking living a life and walking on the beach. Every day I'm getting it. Every day I'm getting it. Just now, before I was getting it on them toilets and in them offices and dumping trash and shit. Now I'm getting it on my computer most of the time. Creating websites, creating landing pages, creating lead pages, creating fucking brand new websites, doing email marketing, coaching people on consultation calls, building up my system and trying to perfect that damn lead generation service, right? And all type of stuff. Every day, all day, my to-do list does not end at all, ever. And I delegate a lot of shit out and it still never ends, okay? But how the hell do you go from street dude on the street with absolute, I ain't know anybody that was an entrepreneur before me. I don't know nobody that was doing, I was in business when I was 19. That was when everybody was on MySpace, okay? We was on MySpace. And even on MySpace, I had me a business suit on in my profile picture then. I was a rapper then too. So that shit was different to see a rapper not look like a rapper. I was still a businessman rapper too. Like even back then I was on that wave. And I ain't had nobody to look up to. And it's like, what you got to understand is we got to stop giving a fuck about what other people think. You know what I mean? Like y'all see me putting a little motivational quotes and shit on Instagram and Facebook or whatever the fuck I decided to post it that day. And even YouTube, the videos I do here. You know how many times people talked about me, laughed about me, joked at me for doing that shit? When I first got on Instagram and I posted all these quotes and shit, one of my wife's, one of her friends said, well, AJ just don't even need to have an Instagram. What is he doing? You know what I mean? I'm like, okay. You know, okay, you'll see. You know what I mean? Years later, you know what I mean? Now they see the brand builder. Now all of a sudden, other people posting quotes now. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? Or now all of a sudden people want to pay me respect now. And it's like, I'm not doing it out of spite. I'm doing this because it's what the fuck I want to do because I want my freedom and I want wealth for my kids. So you got to decide, what do you want the most? Do you want your comfort? Do you want to please the motherfuckers around you so they don't look at you funny when you go jump out there and start that motherfucking business and you start losing money and shit start falling behind on them bills? You know what I mean? Do you want to keep your comfort? You want to keep your little reputation that you got now? Or do you want to build a legacy? Do you want to build a business? Do you want to build a brand? And if you want to do that, you understand the sacrifices that's going to come with that. You're going to be embarrassed. You're going to lose a lot of shit. You know what I mean? You're going to lose a lot of shit. Man, I done had eviction notices. You seen the repos. I done downsized from the single family. Now, like, it's so much shit I done been through like, lights done been cut off. You know what I mean? And the stuff you got to go through. That stuff you got to go through. Know what I mean? But You gotta ask, what do you want? Are you built for that? Do you really want that? If you really want that shit, you're gonna get it the fuck up and go do it. Period. You're gonna get up and go do it. And then you got me. I didn't have me. You know what I mean? Like if you trying to start a business, a cleaning business in particular, you trying to start a cleaning business and you still procrastinating and not fucking exist, you play too fucking much. You play too much. You play too fucking much. I'm gonna tell you something. When I first got on YouTube, the reason why I mentioned cleaning franchise, because I mentioned other stuff too. It was just that the cleaning franchise videos did the best, so I started speaking about that the most. Okay, because I was trying to do numbers so I can create another revenue stream from the YouTube ads or whatever, and I was successful doing that, right? But with the franchise, and I've been over this before, but I'm gonna do it again. What was my initial intent when I started talking about that? My initial intent, outside of trying to make money on YouTube, my initial intent was to share with you a way that I found. A street dude coming off the street, I know a way that we can fuck around and get out of these jobs. You can go buy a cleaning franchise. Bam. And so that's what I did. As I grew in that opportunity, I started to learn the actual business of cleaning, the actual cleaning business, right? Then I started to learn, oh shit, you're supposed to create a system out of this. Oh, why am I working and cleaning 20 fucking buildings a day? You know what I mean? Thinking I'm making six figures. No, no. Scale up, hire people, take less, and then you can scale and grow as fast as you want to, and then you can get rich and make all the money you want to. That's a lot. Do you really? Y'all don't understand how for me and my wife, when we used to be out there cleaning nonstop every day, 7 days a week. You know what I mean? Day and night. For us to go through all of that, build that income all the way up past the 6-figure level just to go back and hire a bunch of people at once and take nothing. You know what I mean? Take home nothing sometimes. And then I was still in debt on a lot of my accounts with the franchise because I got my accounts through the franchise in the beginning. And they charge you that sales and marketing fee for those accounts. So it's like, yes, I was growing at an unbelievable rate, but when the fucking math started to catch up, if you don't clean them yourself, yeah, it's going to be in trouble, okay? Your money ain't going to be the same, right? And so that's why it's hard to follow my theory that I teach you in my video I made, How to Get Rich Cleaning Offices. It's hard to follow that model when you with a franchise because they take too fucking much from you. And that's what I mean when I say if you still ain't got started on your cleaning business and I exist, you fucking playing. Because now I have www.cleaningbusinessstarterkit.com and I literally fucking hand package this shit to you. Coaching from me. A whole goddamn course online that you can go through at your own pace. It teaches you everything. Every fucking thing. From how to get the LLC to the IRS. You just click the link inside the fucking course to take you straight to the IRS website and you get your fucking free IEI and all of that. From the LLC to the going to get the customers to fucking closing the customers to invoicing the customers to hiring the employees to how to train the fucking employees, how to interview the employees, what fucking questions to ask the fucking potential employees, how to do the walkthrough. I send you the equipment. I show you how to measure the motherfucker with the measuring wheel. Like, what the fuck more could I possibly do? It's up to you. You got to get the fuck up and go do something. You got to get up and go do something. This is exactly why I don't do one-on-one consultations a lot in person. Because I won't be able to talk to another grown adult like this unless we mad at each other, right? I'm too nice to sit there and tell you this. But that's why you need to watch this fucking channel. That's why people need to watch my channel, because this is probably the best thing outside of being in the actual group, right? There's no fucking excuse. There's no excuse. I've been through so much shit, and I'm sure you go through a lot of shit, but what it come down to is what the fuck do you want the most? As long as you want what you want, as long as you want that successful business, and you keep locking in on that and keep battling through the hard times, financial times, fucking people dying, you know what I mean? Divorce, whatever you're going through. If you just stay consistent with that, if you still keep going and following your dream and keep trying to build that business, it's going to work for you. It's going to work for you. Period. I knew that I was going to do Clean Biz Network, a consulting agency, teaching people how to do fucking business. I did not know that I was going to be teaching people how to do cleaning business specifically, but I knew I was going to be teaching somebody to do some damn business because that's what I wanted to do. And because my whole purpose was and has always been how to help the little guy because I wanted to be helped and I didn't know where the hell to go. I didn't know any entrepreneurs. Today, they everywhere. You don't even, how do you got to look for a mentor anymore? I'm here on YouTube damn near every day. People on Facebook, entrepreneurs everywhere. People on Instagram, entrepreneurs everywhere. LinkedIn. I mean, the list goes on. They everywhere now. I didn't have nobody, dog. I mean, I had to dig in. The way I used to find people on YouTube, I would type in business seminar, and that's how I found Brian Tracy and Zig Ziglar and Napoleon Hill and all that. Actually, I found Napoleon Hill from a brother when he was locked up. He sent me the book Think and Grow Rich, and I was just following Napoleon Hill ever since then. But other than that, man, like, I don't understand. Like, the purpose of this video is not about my success story. That ain't shit. You know what I mean? Like, that's nothing. The purpose of this video was to get you to understand that only you can change this shit. Ain't nothing gonna change for you until you get up and go change it. Don't wait for no goddamn business partner. If they don't want to do it, fuck it. You know how many of my boys I wish could have came with me? You know how many of them worked for me before and I actually had to let their ass go because they weren't doing it right or they weren't with it the way I was with it, or how many people wanted to partner with me, but I wouldn't partner with them because I knew they weren't about it like I was about it. And I knew that if I did a business venture with them and they ain't in it the way I'm in it, we ain't gonna be able to be friends no more after they fuck me over. So why even do it in the first place? Even with CJ, who I partner with now, the Cleaning Business Masterclass, me and him wanted to partner on something for a long. It took us 2 years. Me and CJ been messing each other for 2 years before we finally put that damn course out. CleaningBusinessMasterclass.com. If you're interested, it's a free webinar there. You can see what I'm talking about. But before we partnered up, man, because he's multimillionaire, well, not multimillionaire, but he's a millionaire. His cleaning business generates like several millions per year, right? And then I'm the guy with the influence and the know-how, because it's certain things that I know how to do that he don't know how to do because he didn't start his business, right? His dad started it, but he 10x'd it. And then the things that he knows that I don't know because he had a level that I never got to hit, right? So that's why it made sense to partner. But before we was able to draw those lines together and see how it could make sense, I would not do it. I just couldn't do it because it got to make sense. You just don't partner with people for no fucking reason. If you wait on a partner, what the fuck is they even bringing to the table? Do you got the money? Do you want to own a business? Well, do it. You know what I mean? Then the other question is, do you want to own a business? Fuck the money. Do you want to own a business? Well, fucking do it. Period. I didn't have no money when I started my cleaning franchise. I tell you what I did. I'll be, and I told y'all this before. I got a fucking loan. I went to who I go to? One of them rip off loan places. You know what I mean? Where it's like they give you personal loans. And I went and got a loan from there, and I bought me a fucking cleaning franchise. And that's what I did. And that's it. I didn't have no money. Luckily, at that time, I had some credit. And most of the time, these places here, you even got to have no excellent credit. At that time, I did have damn near excellent credit. But most of these places, you don't even have to have excellent credit to get a loan. And if you can't get a loan, you don't got no money, and you still want to start, let me tell you what to do. Take $200. $200, man. Order you some damn business cards and some flyers from Vistaprint. Get your ass out there and go door to door and start handing out them flyers and business cards. You ain't got no LLC yet. You ain't got nothing yet. Just get out there and try to get somebody to give you a damn chance. Once you get somebody to give you a damn chance, then you need to go look up whatever the fuck it is that you need to know how to do. Look up AJ Simmons and then type in what you're looking for. And it's probably going to be an answer right on YouTube on how to do that, right? Now, if it's not an answer there, this is what you need to do. Use your resources. Get out here. Go to janitorial supply warehouses near you. Meet up with other fucking cleaning business professionals in your area and see if somebody will subcontract for you. You know how many people out there that's in business, in the cleaning business, that don't know how to get contracts, but they know how they're in business, they know how to clean. If you can go out there, bitch, and acquire customers and start siphoning them in, like subcontract them to people for 10% off the top and they get the rest, or sell it all together. Like, however you want to work it out with them, just until you get your shit together. That's something. That's something. You can make something out of nothing if you really try. Now, if you do got the money, you can go to my website, $2,000. That's it. You get, I just told you everything you get, all the shit, equipment, paperwork, everything, step by step by step by step by step by step. And you will be in business and have a customer within 60 days, I guarantee you, because we start you off with 10 whole bid appointments. Do you know what a bid appointment is? That's when we call, I set up my company, we call everybody, all the companies in your area. We find somebody that will allow us to come out and provide them with a free cleaning service quote. Then we send that shit to you. Then you go out and you close the goddamn deal. And I teach you how to close the goddamn deal. If you can't, like, and let's point this out too. Because that's why I don't tell y'all to go franchise no more. Because like I said, the franchise, the margins are very, very slim. And at first it was okay, well, if you ain't really that good in business or if you ain't got that much experience, go franchise. I done fixed that shit. I fixed that. Now, if you ain't got no experience, you still good at $2,000, $19.97 to be exact. CleanTheBusinessStarterKit.com, and it's going to show you exactly every single thing that you need to do. All of that. Everything you need. No 15% royalty fee. No sales and marketing fee for more account. If you want more business after you get close on that one account or however many accounts you close on when we send you them 10 bid appointments, you know how you can get more business? You can either A, go through my lead generation service and buy more appointments from us. You can B, use the information that's inside the course that shows you how to get out there and go find appointments on your own. And close some more. That's it. I forgot I was live. Let me see. Do y'all got, I don't even know how to see it. Let me see if I can pull up this thing and see if y'all got questions for me. Hopefully this thing won't go in and out since I was live. But I just like, if this don't get it for you, then what are you doing? What are you doing? Okay, I see a bunch of comments. I'm gonna try to catch up. Ooh, shout out to Blind and Boo to say AJ always killing it. Appreciate you. Shout out to Sella Bianca Gray, Clean Biz Network member, brand new. Shout out to you. She said facts. Jim Bean said, "What's up, brother?" Shout out to you. Blind and Buddha said he know Portsmouth is rough. Absolutely. Sella Bianca said she remember the journey. Freestyle 72 said, what up? What up to you? Love said, congrats. I appreciate you. Lily Crowther says, hey, AJ, blessed morning to you and your family. CBN future success here. Y'all enjoy and respect the knowledge. I appreciate you. Can't wait to share your success story. All right. Let's see what else we got. James Black said, facts. Shout out to you. Jim Bean, appreciate you checking back in. Cynthia B, I appreciate you. Knowledge is power. Jay Brown, I appreciate you. Jay Brown, who is it? Cynthia B says, teamwork make the dream work if it's the right team. And that's the key. Stop right there. Stop right there. I got to turn the AC on now. That's the key. You definitely got to have a team. That's why. And I'm so glad you brought it up because I'm trying to think of everything. I thought of so many things I could have mentioned in this video before I started. That's why the Clean Biz Network, this business I have now, has scaled. It has grown way faster than my cleaning business. And it's only because I got a team in place quicker. When I had my cleaning business, I didn't get a team in place till later. So it took me a year and about 2 months, I think, to hit 6 figures. With Clean Biz Network, it took me 2 months. I think maybe 1 or 2 months. And it was because I hired from the very beginning. And that's what I be trying to tell y'all. You got to scale. And the shit don't make, I know it don't make sense when you fresh out the street and you hear me say that right now, I know it don't make sense. And it's hard for me to articulate it now. And if you were with me for a while, you probably remember when I used to tell y'all back then, y'all, I appreciate y'all being here now and be lucky to be here now. Like, not this, that sounds arrogant, but I'm glad y'all here with me now because I'm able to articulate it to you on the level that you need to hear it now. And see, now I'm at a place where I don't know if I'm always reaching the person that's completely straight off the street no more. I don't know if that made sense to you. I was able to grow faster because I hired a team sooner. I know when you straight off the street, that sounds like, but if you hire somebody sooner, that's more money out your pocket. So how that makes sense? That's stuff that you got to keep watching my videos because I don't feel like breaking it down right now, honestly. But you got to have the right team, and that's the point I want to get back to. The right team is not the people that you sitting around with every day in the hood getting high, the boys that you grow up with. We want that to be the team. I want that to be the team so fucking bad. I miss them. You know what I mean? I want to bring them to Florida with me. For real. You know what I mean? That's the team I want it to be. But sometimes people have different journeys in you for their life than you got for your life. And your definition of success might not be their definition of success. I got plenty of boys that work at the shipyard, work for Navy, in the military, and they successful in their own right. That's their path. My shit different. You know what I mean? I want something different. And that's all you got to understand. And when you recognize that somebody ain't on what you own, separate. That's not your team. That's not your team. That's your team for something else, but not for this game. Not for this business game. That can be your team for the streets when you on the street team shit. But when you up here in this business, that's not your team. That ain't your team. Okay, so teamwork make the dream work, but you need to be careful on who you think is your team in business. Okay? All right. Shout out Marquise Johnson. He says, what happened with your first franchise? So I went over this several times, but I go over it. Actually, I don't know if I got a video because I mentioned it a lot in different lives, but I don't know if I have a specific video detailing that. So with my first franchise, I fucking sucked. Okay. I sucked. I basically, as I was young, like I said, I was a rapper. So when I used to go in and clean, I used to rush through, sweeping crumbs under the carpet, not forgetting certain trash cans, dumping the trash instead of actually changing the liner when I saw the damn coffee stain at the bottom of it. You know what I mean? Simple, stupid stuff, not dusting, just thinking I'm going to dump the trash and leave. So that type of stuff, right? And I kept losing accounts. They kept taking accounts from me. And when I came into it, even then, I was very focused. Like when I told y'all, I actually got on the phone and called every franchise owner before I bought in, even back then when I was 19. And so that showed you that my mindset was a little, I was on something. Even the fact that I made the investment back then showed you that I was on something. But I was still immature. I still wasn't ready yet. That's why I was rushing through them accounts. And then before I went to it, I told myself that once I buy in, I'm not going to look at these internet rip-off report reviews and scams and all that. But once I started losing accounts, then I reverted back. That's what a lot of people do. When you see failure, you revert and go back. That's why you see a lot of failed entrepreneurs, because they go back when they see failure and say, oh, I guess it ain't for me. I quit. I tried. Oh, if you want to be rich, you got to be crooked and all that extra shit. That's you failed and now you better. Right? That's what that is. Okay. And I actually went through that for a little while. So anyway, they kept taking accounts from me, rightfully so. They wasn't taking them because they was trying to rip me off or any other that shit. They was taking them because if they didn't take it from me, I was going to lose it for the whole fucking franchise. Okay. So they was taking accounts from me. And see, back then, I always been always been good at making more money or looking to how I can grow my income. Okay, it took me a while to learn how to save the money, but I always knew how to get some money, right? So what I would do, even though they was taking accounts from me, I was always buying more from other franchise owners so they couldn't keep up. Like I always was able to stay in business somehow. And so I was the reason that they completely stopped allowing selling accounts altogether between franchise owners, okay? So then once they stopped doing that and I was just losing accounts, I think I was down to like maybe 4 or 5 accounts. And I decided, you know what? And when I say accounts, I'm talking about customers. And so what I said, I just decided to sell it. And I sold my franchise out and to another franchise owner, and that was it. And then I still had my barbershop at the time, but the barbershop I wasn't making any money on it because I was too damn nice to my barbers and my stylists that I had. So when they come to me with their sob story about why they couldn't pay their booth rent, I would let them slide until we was out of business. So I lost the cleaning. I sold the cleaning franchise the first time because I sucked, and I said that at least I can get something out of it before I lose everything. And then I went right out of business with my barbershop right after that. And I went in a very dark period, worked little odd jobs here, went and worked at a factory. And I said, well, I'm just going to be a nice family man. We got a townhouse. And this, I mean, shit, how old was I when that happened? Probably 21, 22. Had a townhouse. And you gotta understand, man, I done so much, man. Like in between them stories, there's still so many more details. You go back, listen to my videos. It's so many different horror stories that me and my wife done been through, man. Like living with relatives, all type of shit. But anyway, so we went through that. I went through that dark period, and I decided entrepreneurship won't for me. Then I found this good government job at the shipyard, and I actually was making some money there. And I went through that whole apprenticeship program, being a machinist. And once I was in there, and I realized, damn, even though there's a lot of money in this yard, they make some money. If you want to just make money and you ain't really trying to get buried with the employee stuff, go get you a trade. You can make some money. But anyway, so I went through that phase, went through the business phase. Then once I got in that yard and I was actually making some money, but I still realized I still hated that place because I just didn't like the vibe. Like every time I go in there, everybody, oh, it's another Monday. Oh, thank God it's Friday. Like that shit felt like a robot. I couldn't do it. So that's when I knew, no, I need to get back out there. That's when I hopped on YouTube and I bought another franchise. And y'all know the story of my second franchise. But anyway, that's what happened with my first franchise. I suck. All right. Woo. Let me see. I'm not used to talking as much. I'm an introvert and I'm a homebody. So Tony 8 said subcontract everything. Yep. Blind and Buddha said, hell, I'm a subcontractor in IT. Oh, right, exactly. And that's business in general. That's why I wanted to just teach business in general. I didn't want to niche down to cleaning because it's all the same. It's really all the same. All you have to do in business, this is exactly how it works. You need to first subcontract, learn the game, and subcontracting is one way to do it. You can work for somebody too, that's another way, all different ways. But learn the game first, figure out how it works. So that's the first thing. Then you need to go out there and actually get in the game. Get in the game is when you over the subcontractor and you hire in subcontractors at that point, right? So all it is how much can I charge and still have enough to pay somebody a fair wage that they'll be willing to do it, and I still make a profit. That's business. Any business. That's cleaning business, that's lawn care business, that's franchise. I mean, that's IT business. That's fucking what business was I thinking about the other day? That it was machinists. Even machining when I had my trade, they would pay me $20 an hour, and then they was charging I guess I don't know who the Navy, I don't know, but anyway, they would charge whoever like 5 times that. You know what I mean? So that's business. That's just how it works. That's all it is. Anyway, all right. Get sidetracked. Gotta hurry up. Tony 8 said, good info, AJ. Thanks for sharing. I appreciate you. Freestyle 72 said, AJ, this South Carolina. Shout out to South Carolina. And I was trying to see if you're the one that sent me the message, but yeah, because Taurus, who originally motivated me to do this video, and I appreciate you because I feel like there's a lot of good information in this video. He from South Carolina, so shout out South Carolina too. I appreciate y'all checking in. As a matter of fact, I get a lot of people who buy in the lead generation service from that area, so I appreciate that state in general for supporting me. All right. Arm Rebellion said, what's up, AJ? Shout out to you. Arm Rebellion 47. Ray A said, Ray in Boston. Shout out to Boston. Said, used to be with the franchise and considered the business again for another source of income. Right. And it's very tempting. It's very tempting. It was a time when I even knew better and I was tempted to do it because it's very hard. I don't even know if I want to say it's very hard. I don't think there's anything out there that actually gives you a thing where you can put your money in and they guarantee that you're going to make a set amount out. But you got to understand when something, I wouldn't do it though. Especially not if you already got cleaning franchise experience. If you got experience already, like the money that you was about to take and buy that franchise, buy my starter kit so I can show you all the shit that they didn't show you to go with the experience that you already got, and you will murder the game. No ifs, ands, or buts about it. And it's not even close. I got people who don't got franchise experience that's killing it. So, but the ones that actually do, I guarantee you. Wait till I do my interview with Marcus Crockett. That's gonna come. Wait till I do it with him. He was a former franchise. I'll see what happens. Let's see. G-Man, shout out G-Man. I believe G-Man in VA too. And CBA member, by the way. Shout out to you. He said, what keeps you motivated besides family? How to stay motivated? You know what? That's a good question. And I'm gonna say this too. I'm not 100% motivated every single day, all day. but most of the time I am. And one of the reasons is because number one, I'm always listening to. Hold up, give me 1 second. All right. I'm always listening to motivational stuff nonstop throughout the day while I work. I got motivational stuff playing. If it's not a podcast on Spotify, because Spotify lets you listen to podcasts for free. I had to fix the AC right quick. So yeah, if it's not a podcast, and it's YouTube because I got the premium version of YouTube for $10 a month, so I can listen to it in the background while I'm on my phone and stuff. So I'm always listening to motivational stuff, or either how-to stuff, or either just anything business related. Right? That's number one. Number two, the fact that I just don't want to go back to work. You know what I mean? The fact that I don't want to go back to work keep me motivated. That's number two. Number three, obviously my family. I mean, that's just self-explanatory. And then it was something in particular. Oh, y'all, really y'all, man. Because every day probably I get some type of inbox or phone call or email or a post inside the Clean Business Network group, either thanking me or just sharing their success story. And that shit is what keep me going, because sometimes I'm telling you, I really want to just quit. And I'm going to tell y'all what, I ain't never really liked no job ever, but the job I had as an operations manager with Jam Pro, it got stressful sometimes dealing with them customers. But I liked that job. That was the best job I ever had in my life. That was perfect for me. You know what I mean? So if I ever just had to quit, that would be what I would do. Honestly, I don't know if it would be for the exact same company. Not that they did anything wrong or anything, but being an operations manager for a cleaning company, whether it be a franchise or a regular cleaning company, if I was just to not do anything else other, you know what I mean, that would be the job. But I would never get a job again. But if I was, that would be it. That was a good job. But I thought, but y'all the reason why I didn't quit when it got rough doing Clean Biz Network. It got rough one time. You know what I mean? Y'all the reason that I didn't quit is because when I see those success stories from people being able to go independent because of the information I'm providing, and people being able to, you know what I mean? Like, get out the hood from a cleaning business. I just saw a dude, I don't know if he want me to put his name out there, but I visited him in Georgia. If you follow me on Instagram, you can put two and together and know who I'm talking about. Just bought a big ass house. You know what I mean? A nice big ass house out in Atlanta, man. And that's the stuff that keep me going. You know what I mean? People posting their income figures and showing how they doing 300-something thousand a year and 200-something thousand a year and 500 and CJ don't want to do in a million so far, but we're gonna get somebody there. We got people doing crazy numbers and they just thank me. You know, like that's the stuff that really keep me going, y'all. Y'all keep me going. God honest, like to truth. God honest truth. There we go. You know what I mean? Like y'all keep me going. Like for real. My wife get jealous sometimes because of that. Like she want to be my only motivation, and she's a big motivation. But I gotta be honest. Like I tell you, I hustle for the world. I ain't just doing this shit to be the most richest person from where I'm from or to be on the Forbes list. Fuck Forbes. I'm not. I mean, it'd be great to be up there, but it's like I need nobody to validate me, dog. I'm doing this shit to help people. That's what I'm doing it to help. And sometimes it get frustrating, especially when I see people not delivering on the starter kit, or I see the people not executing on the information I put in the group, or I see people fucking complaining about the lead that I sent them with the lead generation service one. You know what I mean? Like, just don't complain. Just tell me and we can fix it. You know what I mean? But anyway, stuff like that do kind of get to me sometimes. Or even when somebody leave a bad comment, like I get little trolls too on my channel and they leave little bad comments. And I done had people even hop in my inbox. I ain't gonna say people. It was one guy hopped in my inbox one time and called me a fraud. And I'm like, what? Like a fraud? Of all things, a fraud? Like what the fuck? And I'm like, I put everything out there. What the fuck did you do? Me? Like what did I do? And I mean, so I really had to inquire and see what was going on with this. Kind of find out he bought. I don't even know if it was him. I think he said his assistant bought on his behalf or something. He bought a lead from the generation service. His assistant did let us know the first one that we sent. She said that it was a bad lead, blah, blah. So she let us know. We sent her another one. Then they didn't say anything after that. So when you don't say anything to me, that means that is a good goddamn lead, right? So they never said anything. Couldn't find out that second one we sent him, apparently he said that was a bad one too. Now we fixed that since then. We record our calls now. We send you the recording now. So y'all, whoever in there should be receiving recorded confirmation, so you can know for a fact that we spoke to them and they agreed to them, all that shit. But anyway, and that stuff I learned too. Like that's the obstacles. You got to go through that. I had somebody ask for a goddamn refund for $1,000 the other day. You know what I mean? You got to go through that. Most people can't handle it. A lot of people fold under pressure. You know what I mean? Like you just got, that's business. That's just life. You know what I mean? But anyway, but stuff like that definitely tempted me to just say, forget it and lose motivation. I can just go get this nice little operation manager job and be content living my best life. You know what I mean? Because I don't have a lot of bills. My bill, and we live great, and I keep bills minimal, and we don't even live a limited life either. Like we can do what we want to do at this level that we at if I wanted to. But I don't want to do this. I'm not comfortable with this. I want more because I know I'm capable of more, and I know that y'all deserve more from me. I'm capable of providing you with more, so I need to provide you with more, period. I remember when I first was trying to create my first digital product, which was it was my first digital product. It was my first digital product over $100, which was the starter kit, the first original one. And, excuse me. And my boy, I used to network with a lot. Y'all might remember him, Mr. Starks with a Vision. We don't really talk no more now, but back then we talked almost every day. And I was struggling trying to price the starter kit, right? Because at the time, you got to go through mental things too, like feeling worthy of doing certain things. Like I felt like it's a digital product. How you price that? You know what I mean? Like I didn't feel comfortable putting it at a price over $100. And what he told me was that this was some life-changing advice that he gave me. I got to give him this credit. He told me, he said, well, what do you have to do to the kit to make you feel like it's worth that amount? And I said, well, all I got to do is put this in there. I ain't showing them how to do this. I ain't showing them how to do this. He said, so put it in there. And I said, that shit's going to take a lot. You know how much I got to go through to put that in there? He said, okay, do a lot and put that shit in there. And then he was right. You know what I mean? He was right. And that's why I remade the starter kit now the way that it is because I realized, damn, I got to follow that advice again. That starter kit that I just had before, and you just seen my man Hassan, who I just interviewed, he had a success story, and he got his account. He just had the first starter kit, which was great, but it ain't even like I still knew that it was some missing things that was in there. So that's why I created a new one, and I revamped it to turn into an actual course to help you even fucking more. But anyway, I'm not gonna rant on that again. All right, where we at? I lost y'all. Let's see. Tony 8 said, yes, all business is the same. What else? Oh, he said, what keep me motivated? Yeah, so I went over that. Tony 8 said, trying to take my name. Oh, it is 2 Tony H's. Okay. ATL, Joy. Okay. What else we got? I'm a virtual assistant who automates field service businesses, and I subcontract what I don't or can't do. Right. Okay, so I'll read that out loud. But Tony H was saying I think it's a she. Usually when it's Tony with an I, is a woman, but I could be wrong. I'm sorry if I am. All right, but it says I'm a virtual assistant who automates field service businesses, and I subcontract what I don't or can't do like you. I want to help others. Exactly. And I think that's what the world collectively, that's why you see the guy Gary Vee is so big, because he's the only one that's talking about this type of stuff now at that level. Like I talk about it too, but I'm not as big, right? But he's the only one that's talking about common sense approach business. Back in the day, nobody gave a fuck about the employees. It was about the bottom line. If you fired, they cuss you out and told you you was fired. Now it's like, well, I'm sorry, it's not working out. I'll help you with a reference. You know what I mean? Like we're a little bit more conscious of people's feelings, and the whole world is shifting a little bit more. And it's really what it comes down to. If you go in business at this point, it's not just about a bottom line anymore. Now it's consciously about how can I help people. And even back then it was about helping people too, but I don't think they was intentionally going in it with that point. Maybe Steve Jobs, but I don't know. I mean, I heard he was evil too though, but the reason why I said maybe Steve Jobs, because I seen that how he was so adamant about putting a computer in every home. Now that could have just been because he wanted to sell that many computers, but it also could have been because he actually felt like that was necessary. And you see now it is. But anyway, Red Pill Gladiator says, I'm with a franchise and I gross over $70,000 a year, but I work 7 days a week. Like you said, you can't beat the guaranteed money. True. I'm gonna make a video on that too, because I get it. Some people just never, ever go on a scale. They have no interest in it, and it's fine. Everybody ain't got to build a fucking Google enterprise, right? You got to know what you want. I posted that in the group this morning when I first woke up. I posted about you need to know go into this, knowing what type of business do you want. Do you want a lifestyle business, or do you want an enterprise? And then they should have had the third option, which was, or do you just want a sole proprietorship, which is what that is if you're working all the accounts. And you can do that, but what you got to do is you got to have things in place like health insurance, life insurance if you got a family, workers' comp, make sure you got that in order. Couple other things, but I'm gonna do a video specifically on that for y'all that simply don't want to have employees and want that bigger check in the very beginning, and you don't mind working every day with it, because ain't nothing to that either. Because that's another good thing that I would do if I wasn't doing Clean Biz Network. Other than operation manager, I would just have a cleaning company and clean myself and have the protections in place in case I get hurt or die or whatever. You know what I mean? And just do that, because cleaning yourself, if you know what the fuck you're doing, is actually very, very peaceful. You going in there and you got your headphones on and you either listening to some motivation or you listening to some music the whole time and you chilling. Ain't nobody in there because it's usually after hours. And you can go, if you don't feel good that day, you can go as slow as you want. If you roll it, you go there as fast as you want and get on out of there. And then most of the time you ain't got to be there no certain time. So it's real comfortable, but it's a way to do that too. So I'm gonna do a video on that. I do not recommend doing that. I don't like when people do it, but it is a way to do that. Ain't nothing wrong with it. That's your preference, okay? G-Man said, oh, you talking to him? Okay. Woo, I'm tired now. All right. Red Pill, shout out to Red Pill Gladiator. He said, if it wasn't for AJ, I would never have bought a franchise. And that's why I put the video out there today. To this day, I still contemplate on if I should take those old videos down or not, because I get a lot of people inboxing me like excited, like, I just bought my franchise, and I'm like mixed feelings. It's like, damn, congratulations because you took the action, but it's like, damn, why you do that? You know what I mean? I could have showed you a better way. But again, to each his own. You know what I mean? That's why I'm like, I probably will keep those videos up. All right. Martell said, what the fuck, a fraud? People are lame. I got nothing but success from CBN. That's fact. I swear to God, I would not put this stuff. I gotta see these people. Martell is in Virginia. As a matter of fact, a lot of these people's in Virginia. I gotta see these people. I got a lot of people here, right here in this very city, Jacksonville, in Florida. I mean, I gotta see. Man, the very first week I got in Florida, I was at the Chick-fil-A, and the guy was just staring me down, eyeballing me the whole time I'm in the drive-thru line. And I'm looking like, okay. I mean, like, here we go already. And I mean, some drama, so I'm whole nother energy. It won't even that. And then I rolled down the window and I'm like, what's up? And he like, I appreciate what you do. I appreciate it. And I'm like, damn, the YouTube. You know what I mean? And it was crazy. And I had a similar incident at on Halloween one time, trick-or-treating my kids, ran into my guy Calvin, who's now in the Clean Business Network. And me and my friends now, he helped me move into my new place and everything. So, but anyway, getting back to my point, which was, if I didn't believe in the shit that I was selling to y'all, I wouldn't sell it, because I gotta face people at the end of the day. At the end of the day, you know what I mean? Like, I'm pretty sure there's people out there that scam people with courses and shit out there. But maybe it's because they're so, I don't know, maybe they rich enough where they can hide somewhere and never see the people that they selling this shit to. I don't know. But I'm out here. I can't afford, you know what I mean, to try to take money. And then I'm taking big amounts of money from people now. I can't take no $1,000 from you and think that you know what I mean, I'm not gonna deliver on it. You know what I mean? Just but yeah. All right, Jay Mason said, I don't know what that said, but he said giving out $1 million worth of game. I appreciate you. He said, or she said, but it's all good. I'm soaking it up like a sponge. I appreciate everything. I appreciate you. And Taurus, I appreciate this video being so long if you're rewatching it, because that's gonna be a long video. Ain't nobody gonna want to sit through this and watch it with you. But try to get somebody to watch this video with y'all. Share the video, share. If there's anything I would say helped you, definitely share the videos. All right. Blind and Buddha said, ain't no fraud. Haters gonna hate. That's fact. Y'all seen the other video, the YouTube video out there talking about me being a fraud. I sat through that whole thing, seen this little PowerPoint. It was ridiculous. He didn't even have any valid points at all. It was just ridiculous. And he a franchise owner too. I guarantee you, he's secretly watching my videos on a different profile to this day and eating all his goddamn words. But it's all good. I ain't even reply. Because if I would have replied, then I would have gave him unnecessary exposure. And, it's always going to be some followers out there that's going to follow the dumbest theory you ever heard, regardless of how many times you give them the facts. So I just decided to let it go. But anyway, let me see what else we got. G-Man said, can you update the old videos? And everybody hit the like button. I appreciate you, G-Man. Yeah, so when you say update the old videos, do you think I should take the ones down that don't necessarily correspond with what I'm teaching today? Or are you saying just maybe if I could edit them and re-upload them? Only problem, YouTube won't let you do that. If I did that, I guess I could do it. I just had to take the old video down and lose all the views I had on them, and then I would re-upload them and edit them with a little bit of commentary and some context added to it, basically. All right. Woo! I can't believe y'all still sitting here with me. We've been at it for a minute. I don't even know how long I've been going, but that's it, man. Take action. I've been through so much shit. I want to show y'all something too, because I just saw that. Look back there. I'm trying to hide a little bit. I don't want y'all to see under the table with all that mess. I want y'all to see over the table and see that old ass PlayStation 3 I got up there, or that small TV. My TV, that's not the biggest TV you can get. You know what I mean? That's not a new fucking PlayStation. You know what I mean? That I still play 2K on the old shit because I refuse to trick up money on that type of stuff until I get my million. That's the sacrifices. So you mentioned sacrifice. That's the sacrifices. Too many people watching this video ain't hit thumbs up yet, by the way. Hit thumbs up, hit the like, whatever you call it. That's a sacrifice, though. When we moved into our apartment down in Florida, we got stuff piece by piece. Sierra that watched this channel, y'all see her a lot. She'll tell you she's been in my house before we moved into this apartment. We was at another apartment across the street, same neighborhood, but different apartment. We didn't have no couch. We had 2 goddamn recliners. We had a coffee table, and then we had a big box TV that sat on the coffee table that could put DVDs and all that. And we had cable, but that's what we had. And I took my time, and first I'm gonna get the flat screen and take a little bit of time. Then we'll get a little sofa that you can't see it, but that's the end of the couch. That got the shit right there. Then it goes around, and we got that next, and we got it piece by piece. That's the little shit. I gotta do a video on that too. The personal finance portion of business. If you can't get that part under control, you ain't gonna get the business under control. Oh, it is working. It's taking a while. Okay, because I'm like, what the hell is going on? I'm still sweating. But if you can't get that part under control, you ain't gonna get the business stuff under control. When you get your apartment, you don't need to rush to no damn renter center and what's them other ones? All of them finance furniture places don't do that. Don't do that. That $200, $300 a month, whatever you sending them every month. That's a month. That's your business money right there that you're supposed to be saving up with. That you say you ain't got $2,000 to buy the damn starter kit. Yes, you do. You just gave it to fucking the furniture place every month. Put that $300 a month up for 6 months. How much is that? How much is that? I don't even know how much that is. You know what I mean? But however long it takes, put that up until you get the damn 2,000, right? Now, come on. That's more than 2,000. Was that 6,000, right? So come on. All right. What else we got? All right. Comments. Let's see. Okay, you say, yeah, edit them. Yeah, I see what I can do on that. Rick Aon says, I'm just going to start commercial cleaning business out of here in Tampa. Found your site. Great, simple, and effective advice. I appreciate you. Fit Nicholas says, great information. Thank you so much. I appreciate you. James Black said, would you ever do Clean Biz Network and a payment plan? Yes, so the masterclass is a payment plan. You can do $347 a month, and I know that's still not that cheap either if you ain't got it. But we can't spread the payments out too damn far. And you got to remember, I'm splitting that payment in half with me and CJ too. So we got to make it worth it for us. But yeah, split over 6 months for the masterclass. For the starter kit to actually get inside Clean Biz Network through the starter kit, I can't break that up, and I'm gonna explain why. Because when you buy into that starter kit, it comes with the 10 appointments. And no, I'm not removing the 10 appointments because I want to make sure that when you buy in, you have absolutely no excuse not to be successful within 60 days of buying it. I need you to have a customer. I need you to get results, okay? I don't want no more people around me that's under me that ain't getting it. Everybody that's gonna be in Clean Business Network from here on out gonna be getting it. That's why I'm setting you up with so much when you come in. So with that said, when I'm providing you with the leads, I have to have that overhead money to cover the payroll that I'm paying these cold calls to call and get you those appointments. That's number one. Number two, I have to order the equipment, right? So I have a supplier that I have to order that equipment from, and I got to pay for that so I can ship it to you so you can be ready. And so I can't do a payment plan if I got to cover all of those expenses. All right. Cynthia B said, but if you want to do a payment plan, do it with yourself. Show the discipline, and that discipline will take you a long way in business once you get it. The same payment plan that you would have wished I had, do it with yourself and put that money up in that savings account until you get it, and then go buy it. And then you'll feel a lot better about yourself. You have a lot more discipline to carry you over once you get that business. All right. Now, Cynthia B said, I started watching AJ 3 months ago because I was researching Jam Pro and I wanted to get some info on franchise cleaning business. I appreciate you watching. Ben Mama said, I've been following for a while, have been in cleaning business forever, just mostly myself. Right. And that's a lot of people. And that's why I started creating things. That's why I started creating videos like the one on how to get rich cleaning offices, because that's like the majority of the industry is they just go in there and they clean themselves. So I try to want to show y'all, for those who want to know how to get out the field, how to scale up. So that's why I started putting information out there about stop working so damn hard. You know what I mean? Like, don't work for rich people. Don't work for money. But money work for them, and that's how is they put systems in place, which could be employees, which could be a computer software system. It could be anything, but you put systems in place to replace the actual manpower that's required for you to do certain things. All right. Jim Bean said, AJ, how can I start a new independent cleaning business without getting into legal trouble with the franchise term sign out? To sell it first. Sell it first. That's what you got to do. Joseph Quisenberry said, I need to watch a replay. Just checked in. Yeah, it's going to be long. I'm sorry. I've been talking I think this might be my longest video ever. All right. But yeah, it's long, but it's all worth it. Everything here is worth it. I gave it to you today. All right. G-Man said, save up and get your business credit. Absolutely. Get your business credit line. Definitely. Speaking of that, business credit. Anyway, I ain't gonna speak of that. I'm just going on and on. All right. Anyway, cleanbiznetwork.com. We teach you to do three things. How to start your business with the starter kit, how to grow your business. We got leads and the lead generation service, or how to scale your business. Cleaning Business Masterclass. That's it. That's what I offer. That's it. Okay, so if you're interested in starting, growing, or scaling your cleaning company, check out cleanbiznetwork.com, and I'm going to help you, guide you through me, my company, my team. We're here to help you. This is here for you to keep your independence and build your empire. Okay, you can build it as big as you want to build it, but I'm going to make sure that you get started with that solid rock foundation. All right. So no more comments. Thank y'all for watching, subscribing, liking, sharing, and commenting. This is AJ Simmons. I will talk to y'all soon. Thank y'all.